And we've got a smoke, well, one flash and an HE for tabseN. No smokes on the T side as we get into a lobby take here.
Okay, well, they've at least given themselves a access point down the vent. You can see this bloom and the molly combo. That traditionally tells of players creeping down the vent, but it's all a bit of a ruse. And syrsoN, in the meantime, has found Stododo. They go out late, able to slip down the vent, sure. So the bomb should get planted at the very least, unless Crimbo could stall them out here. A couple of wobbly shots, syrsoN will get the better of him, and the bomb gets planted, so that's a win.
They're not patrolling the vents anymore, so they're going to turtle up on the lower bomb side. tabseN has to check every crevice of the map here, making sure they don't give anything up, and it's back to a 3-on-3. Agil will take care of syrsoN. This is a close-range duel. k1to comes out on top. They do not have a kit, but they do have the manpower, isolating Agil towards a window position, and he does get a frag back. Just KST remaining now. Bomb ticking at quite some pace. Good flashbang down towards Secret, and we'll see whether this is going to be enough. Not quite, so decent effort there. FTW, after losing the first 2 frags, the fact it comes down to a 2 versus 1 with the bomb planted, that's pretty good, all things considered. Yeah,
tabseN getting 3 kills, picking up the Julies here to leave the round with a little silent there. Now, he had a pretty slow start in the first half of Dust 2. I don't imagine that's going to be the case here on the CT side. Yeah, he has a pivotal role right out towards that yard position, trying to stall and disrupt any of those walls. So there was his kill onto DDias. This shot from Agil was pretty nice here as well. syrsoN just got sat down. Let's see if Agil can keep up some of that performance he just had there on Dust 2, because he was phenomenal for FTW, getting them across the line. And they're force buying in some Act-10, some Galils. Now, what are their openers going to look like here?
Well, we'll see. Presumably towards ramp, and getting down towards vent would be a viable option as well. The smokes are being deployed, and looks like Stododo fancies there. They're going to try and get down once again. It's a clean path, but taking a lot of damage en route. Agil gets down clean, and they might even get a plant here.
Hold up a second. tabseN's down here. The rotation from tabseN ahead of the pace. He's going to take down Stododo, and the second kill is the bomb of Agil. So the bomb is stalled out towards Decon for now, and it's dealing with the rest of the snake, which hasn't been able to slither its way through the vents.
The vent dive was successful, the follow-up not so much. It's all down to DDias now. He's actually managed to sneak through, not quite. syrsoN will find him. Detected something wasn't quite right there, and we're down to a 3 versus 2, but KST takes a load of damage there. Bomb down toward the single door. And they still have a minute, but really nothing to work with, even more so now. That should confirm things. syrsoN, they're aware of his position. He's already found a kill towards main. So just a matter of time before this one concludes. I dare say k1to will have him before he even has a chance to get down the vents. But looking towards his position for now, so maybe he can sneak down.
Yeah, k1to's actually dropped into the hut, so there's an avenue of assault here for syrsoN, but
maybe a kill.
If he could get a kill, that would be nice. tabseN in back-to-back rounds has 3 kills, so he's up to 6 in total. syrsoN 30 seconds on the clock, hoping somebody rotates down the vent. You can see here they haven't even opted to fortify, and tabseN's not looking. So this is a kill and a plant on a plate. 100% for syrsoN here. tabseN's still not considering things. Thank you very much. That's the freebie. Not one of these again from Big, is it? And fumble.
Surely not.
Twice against the DOS.
It happened.
He's repositioned now.
It happened on Inferno.
What happened here, Henry?
I don't think so. They've got everything working in their favor. It would take an absolute nightmare situation for them to line up and give. I think comes through, to be fair. Did everything he could, but yeah, I couldn't see a way of fighting his way out of that one. Maybe even 100 HP, I could see it happening, but either way, it will be 2-0 for Big, but still a frustrating finish there for tabseN. Didn't get the information the vent was open. k1to was watching towards the hut, and he slips down and actually gets another plant out of him.
Yes, that's great news. They have a little bit of extra cash here to have more of a potent round than they would otherwise. See them giving syrsoN the defuse here, the AWPer having the opportunity to get a little bit of extra cash going forward in this. So it should be another partial investment here from FTW. Some pistols smattered with k1to. Now Nuke lends itself to a plethora of different approaches. We could have smokes and go down towards yard. It looks like they've, with only 2 smokes, are more likely to do something either ramp or top poppy with all these flashes. And looks like it should be top. You can see them quite quickly trundling towards this A site.
Yeah, once again, trying to get out the squeaky door. Flashbang is very effective, to say the least. They've actually busted through here. The first kill will be coming with that Tech 9, but faveN doing a great job locking it down with the FAMAS. And overall, a pretty clean round. It's actually looking interesting for a second there. The opening frag with the Tech 9, that can snowball out of control, but well handled and well held. As we'll see the 3-0 come through. That was the partial buy, and now the first real gun round here. FTW equipped with AKs across the board. syrsoN with that AWP, of course.
I know that the internet doesn't forget, but if Big come out here and they win like 16-3,
yep.
Are they slightly forgiven for the boo-boo on Dust 2?
I guess so. I don't think it has any massive ramifications. I think 2-1 or 2-0, it has the same
More for the ego, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's not a good look, for sure, but as long as they get the win, I think that's all that really matters. Dosley, though, looking to thwart their attempts, if possible. Great opening kill towards main, but Agile dropped in the end.
Okay, so one back. faveN now scoops up this M4 from Kido's corpse.
That's him.
Nade forward here. See you later, Dosley. Bowling from Kido now. Remembering Shane, as we all should.
Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P. big man.
It's DDias has turned towards Yard, and Crimbo in transition. Handy for at least the stall out. The nade not bad, and he doesn't need to continue to fight this. They can have all the ramp control they'd like, because if they rotate down towards B, the big bad wolf with his favorite weapon, here to shut them out. It's going to be the first cleanly for syrsoN. The door slammed shut, and the window smashed open. We'll call it a 4-0 start.
Very clean, very comfortable there. Big, once again, winning the round 4-0. An opening pick from FTW, but one that cannot be converted. It was quickly responded by Big, and at that point, the round started to tumble out of control. HE grenade through the door pretty much confirmed things. Aristose couldn't get out of the point of contention. syrsoN with 3 kills in the round. Lovely work here towards lower. Very comfortable. And there we have it. 5-1 for him. And another partial buy coming in from FTW. Loving this door area. Can get some sort of action towards main entrance, but it's DDias challenging from the silo. That will be taken down first. That's another easy kill for syrsoN, but can they convert it and make it a clean round? It doesn't look like it. 3-on-2, the Deagle trying to make things a little bit more interesting with just a Glock remaining. Stododo isolated in towards the hut, and if he gets a plant, that would be tremendous. Might as well go for it, Chad. We'll see whether he can actually get the plant down. Yeah, not too bad.
You love these gifts, don't you? You take these every day of the week.
Yeah, with the max loss bonus, that's a strong buy coming up.
Even gets the upgrade into the Tech 9. So, Dodo, what do you got for us here? A couple of tap-taparoonies as the first is good. The second, yeah,
wasn't sure.
An opportunity, isn't there?
Yeah.
The defuse to confirm the 5. But having to work here are big. And I think the conversation they may have had outside would be to make sure that they pull out their socks.
They have to.
Not give away any extra rounds here, because fighting for their life are big in the ESL Pro League. They need to make sure they confirm this victory and hope that G2 beat FaveN later today.
Tall order.
Not going to be easy. Definitely going to be a hard task. The G2 versus FaveN game, match of the week for sure.
Yes.
But it's going to be... Look, G2 have passed the test that they're required to pass. They've qualified for the next stage of competition, the 2 tournaments they've played back-to-back practically. But FaveN and Outsiders are their next 2 fixtures. FaveN is the best team in the world. Outsiders, I think, is the next test they have to pass. If they can beat Outsiders, you know, get it done and even if it is a 3-mapper, it's good for them to be able to get a victory like that under their belt. And then FaveN, they get a free shot, right? I think they just get a free swing in the dark. If they can get a den, if they can get anything done, that's great, because this is still, I think,
just
like
getting
learning
more reps
stages.
in
Exactly.
as a squad, right? Against top-tier opposition, which, to be fair, that's all they've really played in the last couple of tournaments, is just the big boys. It's having to go up against Vitality and the sorts. So it's been a great run for them. They've already got the job done, but if they get first place in the groups, that's straight to the quarterfinals. So obviously a lot to play for in that sense still. But we've got a tech issue here. We've got one of the FTW players disconnected, but he's back on the server now. Looks like we're all good to go. And as mentioned, with the bomb going down twice in a row, we do have a nice, healthy buy with Stododo on the AWP.
Now, if Tech Decks was still a thing, we could probably get them to...
Mini skateboards, you mean?
Yeah,
okay.
Mini skateboards. We could get them to sponsor technical timeouts. The players, they couldn't talk, but they get to play with Tech Decks in the timeout.
It was so difficult to use those, though. You could never do any tricks at them.
Yeah, just a silly gimmick, right?
Yeah, they were quite fun to use.
And we were all into,
cool,
like,
I suppose.
Tony Hawk's on the PlayStation, so...
Yeah, we all loved that.
Didn't we? Tony Hawk, a bit of an outsider in the skateboarding world in the early stages, though, wasn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
I didn't like his style.
Yeah, he was more the vert ramp and kind of the old school. Yeah.
A bit like Astralis.
Absolutely.
Astralis is the Tony Hawk.
Exactly.
Counter-Strike.
That's perfect. Well, here we go then, round 6. We'll see if Stododo can kickflip his way in towards the upper bomb site here. Smokes out a path, and for now, all quite quiet here, as DDias will use the first smoke to get towards the red box here. We'll need a bit more backup to cross over towards secrets. Flashbang out here. tabseN just wants to investigate what's happened. Good shots on towards Stododo. Catches him. Down to 25 points of health. And actually aggressing towards the T lobby here.
Well, they could throw a smoke wall towards Yard if they want, right? They still have 3 smokes available. If they do just return to lobby here and they have their knives out, okay, Keto tried to take down Aristosso, has done a good job of holding on to lobby here. It's syrsoN's turn, batter up to the plate. We need some swings. Misses, not going to get him the home run he's looking for. Have lobbed the smoke wall towards Yard, and Dias is crawling across now. Will have control of Secret, even with the flames at his feet. But how are FTW going to finish? It looks like a potential vent drop here. Maybe even a pop towards A. They're creeping ever forward. There's 3 players now in the squeaky room as faveN has to back off with the smoke starting to fade. But the action will kick off momentarily. Door blown open. Here they come.
faveN in a prime position to mow them down. Only good for one. We do have the AWP in towards the hub. Bear that in mind. Will it be overlooked? syrsoN is hoping that he can find the opening frag, which he does. The incision has been made, but it's still a 3 versus 3 with upper access granted towards FTW here. They'll get the bomb down. Dodo has the advantage now, but maybe they can't hold on for too long as tabseN mows 2 down, and that should be it. I say that with bated breath. Dodo hits a great shot towards tabseN. Low HP, sure, but a chance there, a real good chance. If he hits that, who knows what happens, but still another round for Big. They'll defuse the bomb, no problem. Decent attempt from FTW, but not quite enough to make the round even convincing in the end.
Yeah, very freed up there by the fact that all 3 CTs were coming from lobby, which meant that tabseN could take some liberties with the push. It's like, if I go down, they're not going to be expecting all of us to be coming from this direction. Right. So pushes out, gets himself 2 knee kills. This is after syrsoN pokes his head out the hut, takes down Agil. And here comes tabseN, the next one filling that same position, but not with an AWP. 20 bullets of pain from the silent stem 4. And a 6-0 star as a timeout called now, the first from FTW to discuss their options.
Looking a little bit frazzled on the FTW side after an amazing performance in Dust 2. They do find themselves in the 3rd map, but starting the T side, it's a rough old start. It's the perfect campaign from Big so far. Winning the pistol, converting the follow-up rounds, fending them off time and time again. And sure, some bomb plants come through, and that's about all the good news they've had. No real clutch situations. A couple of moments it looked like a 1v3 would be possible, but we'll see what they can make of it. We haven't hit the halfway point yet. Back play out. tabseN, of course, great showing so far on Nuke.
If we're going to have a look at it though, Henry, look, Big haven't built that much of an economy yet, right? They need a clean one. I think Big still need a clean one here within the early stages.
Yeah, true. We'll see whether there's a more traditional approach here. Maybe just get the outside smokes down, see if we can get players towards Secret. There's the aforementioned smokes quickly. The L block trying to take vision away from the garage specifically.
Keto's just missed the timing there on the molly. So the smoke, it's going to be way too deep, and that's DDias. He's activated here. He's just pushed straight in. Got 2 kills. faveN on the side gets swarmed. DDias, a massive play. 3 kills for him, and it's just Crimbo.
Well, they know exactly where he is now, towards the Secret steps. He'll find DDias, but 3 more kills to find. As you mentioned, the money is pretty good. They've got 8K on syrsoN and 5 for Crimbo, but I think he's better off maybe saving the AWP and getting the hell out of there. So FTW managing to make the smokes work, a much faster approach instead of running a default and trying to gain map control slowly but surely, deploying the smokes early, attacking towards main, and like you said, exploiting the gap and finding 3 kills for DDias. Lovely work.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate with that smoke that they were trying to throw towards Squeaky, because that was one of the avenues of assault. I know DDias gets the lion's share of the kills there, but unable to block the choke points they're looking for just because of a mistiming. Aristosso, he wants to remove this AWP. He's not too far away from things, starting to sniff it out now, and is going to be diligent on the clear, but Crimbo had to be trained on that close angle. We'll hold on to the big green. syrsoN's going to be smelling ear to ear to get that one back in the hands, and I know that Big don't mind rocking a double AWP setup as well, so if we want to see that come out. But this is DDias coming in through main.
Yeah, very nice work here. syrsoN leaping into his arms. 3 huge kills, eventually shut down by Crimbo, who saves the AWP, just to note that, so that does yield a nice strong buy. Just had to save that AWP, which they do. No double AWP set up for M4A1Ss, and we get into it. Round number 8 coming here, as FTW, will they want to throw the same smokes again? It's the classic variation.
Yeah, and already an adjustment from Big.
So you can see no one's gone out with them, so this is all distraction. They're just trying to keep players out towards the garage area while they execute towards upper, presumably. Maybe a Molotov towards the hut, flashing through the skylights, and in we go.
Here's the go.
Yeah, there's the flashes and the Molotovs. It's actually looking pretty decent, though, for Big. Mowing them down before they even get a chance to fire off a single shot. I like the idea, but it wasn't very convincing outside. Sure, the smokes are there, but no follow-up utility, no players showing presence, and very well held by Big.
Yeah, no, I spoke about the adjustment from Big. They threw an incendiary on the top of main right there because the variation of the smokes that FTW threw in the previous round, right, that would be frazzled, right? It would
right,
be,
I see what you mean, yes.
It would be rumbled. They would disrupt the smoke wall. So the adjustment was made from Big if they went to rinse and repeat the same strategy.
I guess the thing is, with those outside smokes, the traditional ones, you have to run an outside play a few times to get the fear of God in the CT side, right? That's the first time they've really ran them. And the fact you've had no follow-up whatsoever, it just suggests that maybe you will never use them. I don't know.
The emergency only comes when they're breaking a window or slamming open a door, right? And then you have the sound cue. Obviously, you want to address it and make sure you don't get caught off guard, but Big here were more than prepared for this type of maneuver. It's something that it feels like they'd seen before, so might be one of the pieces of homework they've been able to accrue watching their opponents' demos. But here it is, just running out into the top side. The mollies are good, right? You can see Keto's got flames at his feet. There's one top of hut. The util's there.
Just that response incendiary, though, was everything. Because they had to smoke it out themselves. And then at that point, they're running through complete grey screen. They haven't pushed the CTs back too much, and it's an easy spray down. And there we have it. The saved AKs will reside towards T-spawn. And the lead gets bigger and bigger here. 7-1. AK-47s on the CT side, now 3 of them. AWP for syrsoN, and they're looking quite comfortable, has to be said. Second map was a lot more interesting. It is the CT side of Nuke, but need FTW to show they can win these rounds without getting tremendous sequences from their star players. A 3-kill towards main is not going to be sustainable every single round.
Definitely so. So what's the change-up going to be here? Always tend to be a bit of quickness behind their early approach. syrsoN forward, he's ahead, and oh, he's going to take DDias so easily here. This is syrsoN having a field day now, 10 for 2.
Exploiting their own smoke against them, really. They're using that to try and cross over towards the red box. He knows there's a gap, and towards ramp they go. Very
noisy, though. Crimbo's going to hear a lot of this. He's already rotated lower. syrsoN's back from his yard aggression.
This spot looks deadly. Oh, the fact that faveN's there as well. He's going to kill everyone before he even gets a chance. Crimbo will strike, looking for the clean sweep, and my God, will they ever find it. 8-1, and looking like they're just having fun out there right now.
Yeah, it's fantastic for faveN. Gets to rotate towards single door and just has to watch the leak from right side ramp because Crimbo has the left. That's great. That AK can just stay trained. A couple of sharp taps. You know, faveN definitely has good aim.
This was a great opening kill from syrsoN. Funnels him in towards the ramp, and now the CTs have got 4 AK-47s on the CT side of Nuke. The one-tap potential becomes a real problem. Positions like ramp, CTs have the same weaponry as you. They can go for the one-taps, the pixel shots, and we'll take a tactical timeout. Yeah, what are you even going to say about this one, Chad?
I'm going to be a little bit miffed here, Henry. Traditionally, we start the first series of the day on our 2-game days.
Yeah.
And we run through the first one, and then I go for a little swim in the sea, and then I come back and we cast round number 2. I don't know if we're going to have time today. So if I don't get some fight out of FTW, it's going to feel very flat. That second map, sure, they get a victory, but all for naught here. 8-1, 7-round difference. No swimming in the sea for Chatty B.
No C for Chatty B. It's a sad tale, but one that could be true. But these are the sort of rounds they win.
Aren't you right?
These are the sort of rounds they can pounce and work together. They are very good at exploiting gaps on the map. So Tech9s and Deagles, basic utility, maybe another upper execution here with the Molotovs in the skylight positions. Indeed.
Top half molly, sure. A ruse again. tabseN's already pushed very far yard, Henry, so he's going to know there's nothing outside, but they're definitely coming ramp. They want to jump down lower because if they return to lobby now, they're screwed. Let's put it that way.
True. But in terms of their options, they have 2 smokes. They can smoke out the double doors, single door, try and go down towards lower. That's pretty much their only option now. With tabseN in this position, they've lost so much map control. And they need to get a move on because the rotations are looking very solid for the CTs. I dare say it's already over. Crimbo might be caught in no man's land here as he rotates back towards the silo. Times it well. faveN watching the right side. He can focus on the left. And now, what do the T's do? If they smoke out that single door, there's a real chance here. Here comes their play. First headshot received. The nade does a lot more damage here. And they've actually got maybe a slight chance, but Crimbo mows them down. Very convincing by the looks of things. The Tech9 might be able to get 2 kills, perhaps. And that would have been a success, considering how that round was going.
Well, they're just all trying to come out that single door to fight, which tells you the Big are very confident.
Yeah, the fact that like queuing up, so I want to have a go.
Can we just fight them, please? Yeah. It kind of felt like it was the general consensus on how to win that round, and that's exactly how it unfolded here. So the excitement of this one, off the Richter scale, turned it up to an 11 here as 9 rounds now.
tabseN just wants to get this one done.
What's wrong, man?
He just wants to get it over with. He's like, keep your head in the game. Stay fired up. Come on, you're the in-game leader. Stay with the boys. He looks like maybe he was bored, perhaps.
Yeah, that could have been a possible.
That's where I'm saying he's just
come
like,
on, man, we haven't won yet.
I think he's just like, I can't believe we even in the third map.
I know we're going through the motions,
way we're winning right
come on.
How did we lose a map to these people? I guess that's what I got from that reflection.
Sure. Maybe we can get Heku to ask tabseN after. You know, we saw you looking a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know where we would place it.
Jaded, I would say.
Jaded?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like just bored of the situation. I think it's the fact that they are now absolutely pantsing them, and you can't believe the fact they gave up a map perhaps. But syrsoN, he can believe that. That's a nice opening kill towards DDias. 5-on-4, and the chances of winning even another round are looking very slim here. Crimbo.
Come on, Crimbini.
That secondary orb through the smoke will take down a Jill, and now the shooting gallery really begins here. syrsoN's having way too much fun. Pulls out a deagle to try and close things out. He doesn't, but considerable damage inflicted towards KST. He looks like he'll be taken down momentarily. There it is. faveN will find him. Double digits. Got anything for us, Chad? Any silver linings? Seen anything that looks interesting for FTW?
Not really.
Unlucky.
It's also pacey. You know, they're not able to get away the space they're looking for. They're giving away the opening picks. DDias, I think, has died to syrsoN 3 or 4 times now in openings, looking for space towards Yard. But we do have Outsiders versus MIBR coming up next, which is going to be quite an important game for Outsiders. If they beat MIBR, they're guaranteed a top 3 slot.
Lovely.
So hang around for some Jame time. That'll be coming up soon.
MIBR are known to pick up a map, though.
Oh, aren't they? They like Dust too.
Speaking of which, FTW one map to their name, but I don't think there's much to say about Nuke. But going for the vent dive, they've lost a man. Crimbo trying to deny the plant, doing his absolute best, but only a little bit of damage inflicted. Dodo, his efforts are completely shut down towards outside as the retake begins. I guess it's a retake. There's always a chance.
There's definitely always a chance, especially when big are involved in some of these retake scenarios.
Sneaking for the smoke here. Oh, he's spotted.
Hello, Crimbo. He's going to handle business. KST dead. Aristose steps out, and it's DDias now. The Tech 9 in hand as they spring across his screen. faveN will finish, and the defuse not too far behind. There it is. The big man tabseN punching in the digits. He's memorized this. The in-game leader has to know the bomb code. Has to be able to recite it at any given time. And,
I can't do that, can you?
No, I can't.
We should be able to know that. We've been looking at this for 20-odd years.
It's so inconsequential.
I know.
It literally means nothing.
Just this is the fact you've seen it on the screen so many times, I guess.
It's like the lore of the game of Counter-Strike. You know, I'm not interested in knowing about Fran's.
Is there lore?
Yeah, there's a lore about it. You know,
is it official? Is it like?
Yeah, because when they do the operations.
I guess I guess I've never really looked into that either.
Co-op stuff.
Right, yeah.
It's fun to play.
I always play them, but I don't listen out to what the storylines.
Never been into the chibi-weeby stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a cheaper or a weeber.
You're definitely not. That's a fair point.
Do you know about Dragon Ball though?
And Stargate.
A couple of niche viewing experiences for me.
So, tabseN taking a bit of damage there at the start, but certainly dishing some out as well. Aristose down to 1 point of health in the exchange. Outside utility deployed, so similar smokes. Nothing towards garage as of yet, though. Hoping they'll be given an opportunity to take down syrsoN. Oh, that's not the way to do it.
I think that's the 4th or 5th. I think it's a 3 or 4 before for DDias to syrsoN outside, so now we'll go 4th or 5th. It's going to step in. Dodo should have this one dead to right. It's just, flicked a little bit too far away from the target there. So syrsoN gets to be elusive. And we go into the ramp stack. Crimbo on the off angle, tabseN on the boost. Come on, boys. The water's warm. It's nice out here on ramp. We're not fighting you. We're not peeking you. There's no smokes. Please come and play.
They think better of it, and rightly so. Back towards Upper we go. Maybe just a contact play. They have got 3 smokes, but what really can you do coming out of the hub? You can dribble one out and take vision away from the CTs, but still removes your own. Can't do anything through the skylights here, but Squeaky Door is somewhat open.
syrsoN watching this now, so, oh, yep, he was. Okay, so picks them up before they get down the vent. Hot on the tail, as Jules has dropped the bomb, and other kills continue to fall in favor of Big.
Trying to find something of interest at this point. This half has been a little bit underwhelming, to say the very least. Might have run out of gas after the Dust 2 showing. What a great showing it was, picking up their first map of the tournament, FTW.
Gas is expensive these days, Henry. It makes sense.
It is true.
There's bloody fuel prices.
Okay, yeah. And this round, they're just trying to get down the vents. It seems as their go-to move, but Now the big are aware of it. This hasn't really worked out whatsoever. It hasn't worked out once really. The only round they got was through that upper split with the outside smokes. And do we just go towards ramp this time? All else fails, give ramp a go.
It's the classic big red button. There's a rotation point.
Crimbo the AK though. Dare say he's going to do some damage. Just the one, but syrsoN is here to pick up the follow-up kills. Can't do anything more with the Molotov at his feet, but still maintains the man advantage, and even more so now tabseN. He'll catch out STDoDo down towards lower. A bomb planted will give them some cash going forward. They've already got maximum loss bonus. This continues the buys, though, at least.
Keep buying.
But is it even worth considering this one? The AWP, I guess, with the kind of plan it is, though, I don't think is going to be a talking point. There we have it. 13-1. Defuse comes in, 3 players survive. AK-47 scooped up, and we're going to round number 15, Chad. What would you like to see in round number 15? What's the, if you're there on the serve with them right now, what's the call you're making? Going for a rush? You're going for the outside play? I think this, the one that works, maybe, let's just do that again. The only tactic that's worked.
I think do those smokes, and then trying to actually, for once, establish some yard control without being picked off. This says it all. Like,
you don't see it too often, do you?
No.
You don't see that very often at all.
And you shouldn't. You shouldn't see it often. You should never see it, really.
No.
But here we are.
Back towards the squeaky door, trying to break in towards the upper side. They have done in a way. STDoDo getting towards the CT vent, and he snuck down as well. If they can get 13-2 and a pistol, like, it's not all lost, but hope is dying slowly but surely. That has to be said. tabseN once again helping himself towards outside, but they're aware of it this time. Should be a kill for tabseN, I guess. It's a nasty one to receive.
Oh, just watching
that one will be keeping you up at night, won't it?
It's just so saddening. It's like, yeah, I get you're going to push. I'm ready for the push, and I still just get
walloped.
2 bullets between the eyes. It's a headshot, and
you might get that swimming after all, Chad, to be honest with you.
A quick dip in the sea here. Just a couple more warm corpses of FTW walking around the battlefield here. Hello again, my name's tabseN. I'm the in-game leader of Big, and I have 15 kills. Can I make it 16? Well, let's find out in the next 3, 2, 1.
No, can't, won't. And STDoDo with it all to play for here, but it won't be much further than that. 14-1 in favor of Big on their CT side here at the 3rd and final map. The romance coming to an end here, feels like, Chad. FTW, they're out of the group anyway, but unable to show their best side here on Nuke. We'll take a break and see if they can make anything of it in the second half.
What they gonna say? They acting like they never see me. I live to see another day. I know that they wanna beat me. This world is pretty evil. I'm a part of it. Thank goodness I wasn't really the start of it. They call me illegal. I like the thought of it. I live reckless, sorta like the college kid. Like the ego, yeah, I'm dominant. Thank goodness I wasn't really the opposite. They call me illegal. I like the thought of it. I live reckless, sorta like the college kid. In this city, man, you could put me to the test. Let me get it on my chest, man, I'm out here with the best. Yeah, I'm looking for leverage, dog, I ain't looking for rest. Set the city on my back, I guess you can say I'm blessed. I got what you need, this is what I bleed, what I bleed. Let me plant the seed, see what I see, what I see. Ain't no questioning. Need the other back, yeah. If you disagree, head straight to the back, My trophies, I'm fine. Day one's on my side, froze to my back. Building my strength to G, nobody stopping me. I call it c'est la vie. This world is pretty evil, I'm a part of it. Thank goodness I wasn't really the start of it. It gon' be illegal, I like the thought of it. I live reckless, sorta like the college kid. Like the ego, yeah, I'm dominant. Thank goodness I wasn't really the opposite.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're comfortable. FTW, anything but. They're 14-1 down, and Chad, this is usually the part where we try and wrestle with each other and ask, what kind of positivity can we find for FTW? Could they possibly do anything with this? But I think out of respect for Counter-Strike, respect to the viewers, and respect for everyone involved, we're going to say this one is done.
And I'm going to say, I don't want to wrestle with you. I've seen you and OJ Borge go toe-to-toe, mate. I don't want to get involved in any of that. I don't want what those hands have got. So we'll focus in on this. We'll see how much longer we have here.
Okay, well, if they win the pistol big, that is it. It's completely over. But
curtains.
It's curtains for sure. FTW, if you're not aware, maybe just joining in after seeing them pick up a map, they are already out of the group, but still fighting for pride, and they want a map, and I suppose that's maybe as far as the pride will go.
Well, we know that they're here, you know, trying to garner some experience as a roster, just taking this experience at Pro League. 2 hands, and so syrsoN from the heavens. He chases one down, and it is just going to be faveN. He comes through the smoke. It could be a pistol round again for FTW here, unless faveN can win out this 1-on-3 now, 1-on-2. Has the bomb, would love the plant. This is an in-game leader's favorite player. Those who are going to be as unselfish as that can play in my team any day of the week, and DDias will strike, but a force buy likely here. Now, Henry, I know you love fun facts.
Okay.
General fun facts about Malta. Number one of the world's smallest countries. Out of 236 countries in the world, Malta ranks 204th in size and the smallest in the European Union. It is the world's 10th smallest and the 5th most densely
populated country. Does it say what the smallest is?
No, it doesn't. Would you like to know what the smallest?
Yeah, I think so. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to sound stupid and say it, so I'm not going to even say the word. In my head,
what would your guess have been?
I would have said the Vatican. I've just seen it come up on your screen, so I did cheat, but I would have said that. I just wasn't sure if it was officially still a country.
All right, well, do big want to... no, they don't want to force, but they're just going to take some meat cleavers out, see if they can lop some heads. So while we watch for this round go underway, I'll tell you about fun fact number 2.
Yes,
the first planned capital city in Europe, Malta's capital, Valletta, nice place, was the first ever planned city in Europe.
What does that mean?
Well, during the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, the city was sketched out in 1565.
That's quite some time ago.
Yeah, I went under the city of Valletta when my parents came to visit the other week. Took a little bit of a look at the reservoirs where they used to keep the water, because it's important when you have a fortress to be able to have large bodies of water. You might have sieges going on, that was explained to me. And then during World War II, they expanded the sewer system to become underground bunkers, as Malta was the most bombed place during World War II.
Bombarded,
yes.
I believe.
So, yeah, a bit of a rough one.
Yeah, well, on a slightly happier note, we do have FTW with their second round, presumably the third. We will see the M4s ringing out here, just trying to make the scoreline a little bit more respectable at this stage. They're doing everything they can to find some map control, but a bit of a shooting gallery here. The MP9 chimes in as well.
All right, well, 3 more kills now. DDias is going to give 1 back. Hard to see this one getting out of control with Crimbo now down. It is just tabseN and Keto. And now it is just tabseN. He'll be finished off. But remember, they got the plant on the pistol. They took a very, very light purchase into round number 2 of this second half. And now the AK-47s can be equipped steadfast. Now, this would be some comeback for FTW.
It really would. One for the history books, I would say.
Well, this would actually be a good taste tester, right? Because Big were getting their way.
I love having the conversation. After saying we wouldn't, we're here already.
Look, I'll give them this. If they can have a comprehensive first gun round, where they can shut out Big in any of their approaches, then we can start talking about the potency of this CT side. They definitely were out of sorts on their attack. but Big should be a little bit tidier in that regard, as looks like everybody wants to have a little something to say outside yard. DDias, the smokes are going to be fading and almost caught in no man's land. Will dart back in towards main as the smokes continue to fade. tabseN will grab some control of his own.
Well, outside control, I would say, has been granted. They don't have the orb to hold towards CT spawn. They will have the M4 is watching towards the heaven position. Anyone trying to get towards ramp. So, faveN just confirming the main is clear. Smoke down.
That position might really reap rewards for STDodo right now.
Might be right.
It's a very hard clear. They've continued with some of these aim map smokes, now removing vision from the lockers. And if they try and ascend here, STDodo with the silenced M4,
right back there in CT spawn.
could do a lot of work, Henry.
I haven't seen the forklift position in some time, but you're right. This could be spot on.
He's in a little something.
Hasn't utilized it well, but does get the frag, and unfortunately, you know exactly where he is now. The silencer alludes him. He should be dropped here by tabseN. I dare say KSC's got this one. Just one bullet towards tabseN would do it. Players above him, though. Crimbo doesn't strike yet. He's in towards heaven with the bomb. Oh,
They've seen everybody now. They know there's one heaven, they know there's two main. An opportunity. FTW, they're holding him out. 4 HP on Crimbo. This MP9 continues to swing by some space. Agil with the trade. Great job from Agil here. He's done a huge work to stall out this A plane. DDias up the vent. The jack in the box will get the AWP. And there you have it, Henry.
That was pretty convincing, Chad.
Damn convincing. Great setup considering the buy. I liked it.
Yeah, they didn't really have much to work with there. They had the silenced M4s and MP9, and it all started here at the forklift position in CT spawn, opening things up. Did a ton of damage towards tabseN as well. And then, yeah, it was the MP9 for long range as well, managing to do 96 damage. That actually set up the opportunity for the strike. And here we go, partial buy from Big, 14-4. AK-47s picked up by FTW. Round 19 is looking likely to find 5 for the Portuguese.
They actually mollied down the vent there. If that was intentional, you want to do that to slow down the rotations, to back up ramp if it is a pop, and well, it will be ahead of the smoke. KSD, he's just going to pivot out with that AK. STDodo's rotation is on time, so we'll make sure the trades fall in the favor of FTW, but down the lower side now, another plan here looking likely, and syrsoN's found himself an AK, Henry. syrsoN on Nuke, the lower side, I've seen him do some dirty things.
Some unspeakable things, yes, you're absolutely right there. He has no armor, however, and the CTs are encroaching on their position, but
Meme Lord.
Even, oh, he spotted one. You have to use the old Glock. Use it to great effect. Surely this is not the way it goes down. A double kill required. It's now actually down to the 2 versus 2. tabseN, syrsoN with rifles, a bomb planted, and now a 1 versus 1. tabseN will actually do it, Chad. There it is, series point. Up against not much at all. FTW crumble.
I was getting into this one. Thought they could have had a gargantuan comeback on the cards here. You could just see. Oh, you couldn't. You definitely couldn't just see as, well, it would be 11 consecutive rounds now.
A tall order by anyone's book.
I wish you had those.
Well, I guess it made sense. Like, as soon as you spotted them and they've gone a bit out of range, pull the Glock out, guarantee that kill, set your teammates up, and tabseN delivers. You can still see it means a lot to them. Fire it up. And looking to close things down, I would say. This is the moment. And that's a great opening kill. DDias removed from the squeaky door position, right through the smoke, a deadly bullet from that AK. Smoke's delivered outside. STDodo, unless there's some sort of horrific gap, he'll have no chance. He'll have to concede and allow the cross from tabseN here.
If there's one team you'd imagine wouldn't have any gaps in their utility, you'd be hoping it's Big. And I suppose we could just reflect on this, Henry, because the kills are likely to just keep on coming now. 22 for faveN, 21 for syrsoN, and 21 for tabseN.
Yeah.
They've had a real stat padding affair here.
As you would probably hope for in this matchup, Chad. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
That's fair.
These are the people you wanted firing off on all cylinders, and yeah, you're dead on. syrsoN especially seems like becoming more and more of a nuke specialist. He looks very comfortable on this one, but STDodo hasn't really showed up to this affair. He was the star sniper of the squad. Would like to see him going to town with the AWP. Hasn't really had a chance, and in the 5-on-3, I dare say this one you can call it done.
It's a bit of a strange conversation, I guess, to have over in Portugal at the moment with syrsoN and FTW on the screen right now. syrsoN before was quite an old team. Right? A lot of the names in there, they were, I think, one of the oldest teams we had over at the RMR for sure, if not the oldest. And then with this player change, swapping some names around, kind of leveled it out a little bit. But FTW not putting up too much of a fight here. As Dosse spam through, pushed out, and now it's just the one kill to find syrsoN. You called his name, he's found 2 kills, looking for a little bit more here. The third for syrsoN now.
Not done yet.
In a one-on-one, it's just tabseN to find, and now a massive shot from syrsoN.
Wow. Okay then, I take it all back, syrsoN. I'm sorry. You are the master with the sniper, and that's a great sequence. Like, even just for the highlight reel on itself, like that's absolutely fine.
Well, normally at the end of each year, you know, players out there building their reels, Henry, they put their decks out, they say, you know,
exactly.
For me, this is what I can do.
Well, this is a great sequence of events. Well done. You can see Asai, even after winning the round, he knows his way this one's going, but still, he keeps the dream alive for now. Maybe if they sat on the CT side, could have been a different experience for them, but didn't win the knife, and they found themselves in this awful situation. 10 rounds in a row, but should only be 9 after this one, facing just the Tech 9s and PT50s, which has eluded them before. That's what actually found series points.
Yeah, so that's worrisome. But DDias pushing outside, it's going to give some info. And fortunately, syrsoN's going to give them a kill. So syrsoN, 4 kills, plus the syrsoN frag, will make it 5. 5 consecutive kills for him.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Speaking of which, Agil going to town with the MP9. Presumably denies the plant and any sort of funny business here, and there it is. Round number 6 found, and we continue here. In terms of the cash, it's pretty good on the big side. They might have to drop 1 weapon.
You ever seen a referee look as happy as this bloke? Look at this guy, he's got a smile on his face. I didn't think anybody who worked under Michał Slavinsky was allowed to smile. Although there was a blanket rule put out. No smiling when we're wearing the official kit.
Oh, I love it. I'm all for the smiling, Chad. Good vibes all round. Everyone's enjoying the Counter-Strike today. I hope you are at home as well. We've got plenty more to come. Outsiders versus MIBR should be a great matchup, to be honest with you. Sure, Outsiders are the favorite, but MIBR, they took a map off phase, you know? Like, they can cause some damage.
Yeah, it was a good series last night as well, so keen to see how this one finishes, or how many more FTW could accrue for them. I guess this is a good exercise about keeping yourself in it, staying focused, believing in comebacks. It is unlikely.
Had to be learned today.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is a teaching moment.
So, tabseN looking to close things out. A frustrating series for them, I would say, overall. The fact they gave up Dust 2. There's a real problem that comes down to this 2 versus 1 now. Agil with it all to play for. I would say tournament life on the line, but it's already done. But a great shot through the smoke. And now we play the waiting game. As they are separated, Crimbo looks to navigate his way down towards lower. He has no utility, but knowing he's up against the AWP, who would have to come through either secret or the vent, it's probably the best port of call to get that bomb down cleanly. He'll have a massive advantage and could just do something a little bit ratty maybe. Just kind of hide in the corner with an open plant instead of going all the way back to ramp.
Jill is ahead of this, right? He's already gone top site down secret, which was the safest rotation point available to him. Now, if Crimbo makes a foot fault here, Agil has already opened the door. He heard him jumping up. He heard the steps. Crimbo's going to get it done regardless. 16-6. Big are going to do it. A 2-1 victory over FTW. It was an expected victory, but they did fumble on their map choice of Dust 2, so some worrying signs there.
I would say a hollow victory. We saw the frustrations even there on Nuke when they were 11-1 up. Sure, they got the job done, but not their best look this tournament, it has to be said. Unfortunate for FTW. Congrats on getting their first map. We'll be taking a break. We'll be back with the desk to break this one down very, very shortly.